This morning for you on Daybreak, strong winds destroy some homes last night in Arkansas. We need to show you that damage.
And 2 more cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in Greene County. We'll tell you what we know about the patients and where they've been.
Also, Branson City leaders passed an ordinance in order to help stop the spread of COVID-19. We'll talk about that and more coming up this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. It is Friday, March 20th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. Got here to a Friday. A lot of folks, though, probably staying at home and doing so through the weekend, but it's what you got to do, right?
Yeah, and if you're tuning in from our southern viewing area, you may have gotten woken up or disturbed last night from strong storms. That's
right. We got to talk about storm damage. We have to talk about flooding and all of that. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa actually starts with that. And you've really been checking this radar a lot and seeing what happened ever since you got in today, right?
Yeah, that tornado, possible tornado, I should say, the storm damage happened earlier in the evening on a time frame around 7 or 8 o'clock. But what we're left with this morning is lots of wind damage. We also have aerial flood warnings that are still in effect in Missouri because we had a lot of rain yesterday and our soils are already saturated. So aerial flood warnings continue as residual flooding remains a concern. Otherwise, we've got just some mostly cloudy skies in Springfield, 58 degrees right now. That is the warmest that will be all day. We've got a couple of clouds out there this morning. Things are dry. We're headed backwards with temperatures all day today. Only about 5 degrees cooler now, but way colder air is up back to the north and west, and that will come in. So we're starting near 61 degrees in Branson, but we'll find temperatures in the 40s by this afternoon as these north winds pick up, and they'll be pretty blustery. So a much colder day out there today. We could have some residual flooding concerns, especially early this morning, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Otherwise, we stay dry through the day. We'll have some mostly cloudy skies, breezy north winds, and temperatures tumbling into the 40s by this afternoon. So we're tracking those storm reports for you in detail. Falling temperatures for today, a freeze tonight. If you've got cold sensitive plants, you'll need to keep that in mind. And then rain returns on Sunday. Your full forecast is up in 10 minutes.
And we have some team coverage of storm damage for you on Daybreak today as strong winds demolished some homes in rural Arkansas.
What you're seeing now is a photo of storm clouds that came through yesterday evening in Marion County, Arkansas. Color 10's Nigel McDonald is here in studio this morning to show us more of that damage as it comes into the newsroom. Nigel, good morning.
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. Severe winds whipped through several towns, including Eros. Now, the community is located between Piatt and Bruno off of Highway 125. As you can see, this garage was knocked over and debris was spread out all over the ground. Another home just down the street also had extensive storm damage. Winds were so powerful an exercise bike flew into a car's windshield. A Marion County judge said power lines were down, forcing hundreds to be in the dark last night. We talked with one woman, Jennifer Spence, who heard a loud roar and made a run with her family to the cellar.
Very scared. It was probably the scariest thing I have ever been through. I am very grateful, praise God, that we are okay and nobody that I have been told has been hurt. I do know of one woman that was injured and taken to the hospital, and prayers go out to her that she's okay. I know that she did lose her house, so prayers for her.
Now, we also spoke to Patty Marine. She also lives in Eros and had her home severely damaged.
I turned around and the wind was coming, and all of a sudden I'm seeing drywall falling and insulation hitting the ground over there. There's not anything on my property that's not damaged. I have trees down, I have barn down, I have fences down. 15 years ago I redid this whole house because, and now it's gone. There's a lot of work that I put into this house. A lot of it.
Now, Patty says she's okay, but had to sleep in her car last night. This morning, she's going to get to work on the cleanup process. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa now has more on the path of this storm. Elisa?
Incredible to see that damage and hear the emotion in her voice. I wanted to show you a look at what the radar looked like last night. We started with that circulation near Jasper, and if you could see that circle where the reds and greens meet, it tracked for a while from Jasper up towards Yellville and then just to the north of Mountain Home. And again, you just saw the video of that significant damage. This is a picture near where the Bruno Piatt School District is in Marion County. You can see just tossed around. So here's a look at those winds stretching from Everton over towards Yellville, where those winds were severe yesterday evening. And again, it brought down a path of some wind damage, with some of those wind damage reports near Valley Springs with down power lines, some significant damage to a home in Everton, and then some more damage near Bruno and Pyatt. That's where it was near that school there. So that path tracked up through northern Arkansas. Something that we're dealing with in Missouri this morning is a plethora of flood reports. Residual flooding is a huge concern this morning because our soils are saturated, and we just got incredible amounts of rain yesterday on areas that didn't need it anymore. So we've got many road closures due to flooding there. Joe?
All right, it is times like this. It's always a good chance you can come across a flooded roadway, so the MoDOT Traveler's Map is meant to help you in times like this. There are closures due to flooding this morning. Many of our rivers and creeks overran banks yesterday. Soils are already saturated from a wet winter, so any rain is causing issues this morning, too. Route Z is closed due to some flooding from the Finley River. There's a lot of problems south of Springfield. You'll notice in the Douglas and Christian counties where you want to watch out for. And of course, a reminder, don't ever walk or drive through standing water.
Also, don't forget to download our Color 10 weather app for the latest information you need regarding road closures and severe weather around the Ozarks. We move on to your medical coverage now. As of last night, there were 2 new cases of COVID-19 in Greene County. That brings the county's total to 6 cases, with 1 who has recovered. That brings the Missouri total to 28 coronavirus cases. We also have some more information on those 2 new cases in Christian County. 1 positive patient attended the 3rd service at the South James River Church campus in Ozark on Sunday, March 8th. The patient was not symptomatic at that time, but symptoms developed 4 days later. The Christian County Health Department says the exposure risk is low for fellow congregants, but to contact your doctor if symptoms develop. Yesterday, Governor Mike Parson said all public and charter schools across the state have made the decision to close temporarily. That was not his decision, rather school administrators. Also, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education has canceled all statewide required assessments for the school year. Parson addressed concerns about not doing enough to protect Missourians.
And the last thing we want is in our small business owners to not be able to reopen their doors because we mandated them to close prematurely.
Cox Health will soon be offering 2 weeks of paid time off for employees unable to work because of COVID-19 exposure or confirmation. That will be a $2.7 million investment for the hospital. One more thing to keep in mind is that the Springfield Greene County Health Department is asking anyone who has traveled outside of Southwest Missouri for spring break or otherwise to self-quarantine for 2 weeks.
Moving on around the Ozarks, the city of Branson passed an ordinance last night to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. Branson Mayor Ed Akers signed it to prohibit all public gatherings of 10 or more.
Please vote. There are 6 aldermen present. There are 6 yes votes. Passed.
The ordinance also limits all enclosed public spaces like a local business from exceeding more than 25% of established occupant load as laid out by each building's fire code. So this will change depending on each building. So places like restaurants are allowed to stay open and operate as long as they are following those rules. Daycare and medical facilities are excluded from the ordinance. Local theater owners Jason Hughes and Clay Cooper came to the decision to close their businesses earlier this week before this new ordinance was passed.
Talking to a lot of other theaters and other people in town, I think we all kind of felt unanimous that we would just stay open as long as we possibly could. As long as we possibly could was Tuesday night.
There's nothing more to discuss. There's our answer. We don't even need to talk about it. Now how are we going to proceed shutting our doors? And to me, there was nothing to discuss at that point. I mean, I'm surprised we're even having this discussion this far into it, to be honest.
The board is also able to hold future emergency meetings to change this ruling. As of right now, the ordinance goes until May 15th, but could be sooner if Governor Parson's state of emergency is lifted first.
The third annual blood drive honoring Springfield police officer Aaron Pearson is preparing to take donors in just a few hours. You might remember in 2015, Aaron Pearson was a Springfield police officer shot in the head who survived because of blood donations.
That's right. So this morning, Chris Pilgrim is at the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks to talk about the urgent need for donors. Chris, thank you for joining us. And can you please describe how urgent this need is, especially a time like now?
Well, during the COVID-19 outbreak and pandemic, we've had about 50% of the blood drives that we hold for the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, blood drives outside of our donor centers, that have been canceled or postponed. It affects almost 2,000 potential donations between now and the end of April. And when you consider it takes 200 per day to meet area needs, you can see we're in the danger of falling behind in a hurry.
All right. And Chris, I know, part of the reason is that people are concerned about sanitation with the requirement to stay away from people if possible. But you guys have taken some precautions in regards to that, right?
Sure. We've instituted new sanitation qualifications, if you will. We take everybody's temperature when they walk into the building here at the Thompson Donor Center at Campbell and Plainview. If it's above 99.5, you'll be sent home and asked to come back at another time. And we also take your temperature, of course, during the actual health history screenings and the findings there. We've increased sanitation stations. There's hand gel. There's personal protective equipment, including gloves that donors can wear. And we're also keeping our social distancing by spacing our chairs 6 feet apart, things like this. So we're taking the steps to ensure donor safety, and it is a safe deal to donate blood.
All right. Thank you, Chris. One last thing real quick, the location and the hours for us if people want to donate today.
Sure. We're at the Thompson Donor Center at Campbell and Plainview Road. We're open today from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we've got Aaron Pearson T-shirts to give away, sort of a tribute to him. And we'll just be having as good a time as we can here today, saving lives and honoring our first responders.
All right. Thank you, Chris. We'll check back in with Chris Pilgrim from CBCO next hour to talk a little bit more about Aaron Pearson.
That's right. Still ahead for you on Daybreak. Some businesses are hiring workers who may have lost their job in the last few weeks.
We'll tell you a couple companies that want your applications right now. That's all when we come back.